Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since my last video, isn't it? Well, I think so. We completed 7 whole months in Adelaide. Unbelievable. And this is our first winters here. We are enjoying it so far, but the weather is quite unpredictable. It might get cloudy and rainy at any time, but the bloom and the lush green never fails to disappoint me. Past 4 months had been amazingly busy in a good way, but I have to admit I miss documenting many of it. But fortunately, I have some bits to share from here and there. So many exciting things are in pipeline for the next couple of months, which I really want to document, and I do not want to miss out on that. Hence, I decided okay, July is gonna be that month where I can restart this vlogging process. So, you can expect a weekly vlog from the studio, from the exhibitions that I'm doing, from the exhibitions that I'm visiting, maybe some DIYs, maybe some process of the works that I'm doing, things like that. Yes, I know that sounds exciting. Hope I get the right energy and time to create. So, quickly, let me take you to the month of April, where I had to take a pause from creating videos. I have few snippets of the projects, but I'm talking about the vlogging perspective. So in the first week of April, I started this new commission artwork, which was for a hotel project in California. The discussions of the initial discussions for this project started way back when I was in Doha, and we were not getting the confirmation to kickstart the project, and good thing that it got delayed, so that we relocated, settled here comfortably, and then I could start working on it. So I had the good time frame, not for the creation part, but I had the time to settle in smoothly and then start with the work. So the confirmation came by early April, I think 1st or 2nd of April, but the time frame was very less. I had that tight 1 month schedule to create the large artwork. It was of 120 centimeter by 80 centimeter dimension, and it's a statement piece for a hotel project, and I had to schedule it in such a way that the completion need to be done by the end of April. Shipment has to reach there by during the first couple of months of May, and I decided to stick on to a very strict time frame and start the production immediately. Since the plan was already there, I was very comfortable, or I had a clear view of what need to be done, and I made the list of all the tasks that had to be handled, and the packing and dispatching was outsourced to a very good organization named Pack and Send. We had a very comfortable deal with them, and so that headache is over. Now I need to focus only on the creation part. And obviously, to get started with, the first task was to get the canvas of the proper dimension. It was not of a standard size canvas which we usually get from an art store, so I had to get it custom stretched from a nearby framer. And simultaneously, I was cutting the textural elements as well. Fortunately, along with my cargo came tons of textural sheets of plastic which I was already using in Qatar. Since I didn't want to discard them, I had carried it all along, which worked really well. And also, as I mentioned earlier, I had this discussion about the project going on since a very long time, so I knew sometime or the other it's gonna happen. And since it was there in my mind, I had carried all the textures and it was prepared. So to get started with, that was a really good help. The progress went smoothly for the initial phase until the textures were all used up. So now I had to create maybe thousands of these small textural elements from scratch, and had to individually assemble them as strands of coral textures onto the canvas backer. At one point, my family and friends also started contributing. back in Doha, I had a bunch of people who used to effectively clean and collect and regularly contribute the bottles or this used single-use plastic items to me. Here, I'm yet to get that bunch of people involved. But right now, I have a bunch of friends who are effectively cleaning and contributing the bottles to me. And for this project, my daughter and husband also started cutting the basic shapes so that I can start creating the structures and focus on the assembling part. Fortunately, I could complete this work right on time, added a touch of gold on all these textural petals, and it looks absolutely stunning in the daylight, especially when I took it outside to take some photos and videos. The sun-kissed textures looks absolutely gorgeous. This was a commission piece for a hotel project in California. So it needed a black box frame with a glass front because this statement piece was going to be in a busy area in the hotel lobby. So I had to send it to the framers and then they will frame it. And I'm just waiting to receive the final photos after installing it in the hotel. So the packing was outsourced to Pack and Send, and they did a fantastic job. They had used plywood packing, and fortunately, the artwork reached in California in the most safe condition. All that you saw was one part of the story that was happening during the month of April. The second thing was this gorgeous phenomenon happening all around me because this is a first fall for us, and I could see this magical transformation happening around in nature, and we went to Mount Lofty to witness that in person. The colors of leaves, land, and sky, everything was magical and surreal. The place was so serene and picturesque that we went back and we could spend 2 days easily at this beautiful place. Now let me take you to rest of the story which was happening simultaneously in my studio. Since mid of March, I started getting orders through the gallery Blue Thumb Art, which is an Australian art gallery, and they have a huge online presence and a great variety of artworks and art collectors. So I decided to follow some Australian outback landscapes and something related to Australia just to see the audience response. And always I had been drawn to textures of landscape and various terrains. So I decided to start with a collection of Australian outback landscapes in an aerial view format. So the first order came by mid of March, I guess, and ever since I had consistent orders through the gallery Touchwood, and I'm super grateful for this amazing platform and the lovely collectors over there. So during the month of April, when I was working on the wall sculpture, I had to spend some dedicated time in developing this aerial landscape series as well, since I was getting the audience traction through the gallery and I didn't want to lose that momentum. So I spent good amount of time in creating that collection and keeping up with the orders and dispatching the orders. Since I've noticed that people like ready to hang framed artworks, I used to list my artworks as a framed one, and now I have learned to frame it, wire it, and whatnot. Just during the month of April, I sold and dispatched 7 to 8 artworks of various dimensions to various states of Australia. And it has been a learning phase for me as well. Now I'm trying to explore various options to print my certificates, print the shipping label, source the packing and shipping materials, and the framing options. As you might have seen previously in the video, I got the D-rings and the hooks, nails, everything from Bunnings, and now I'm trying to get good quality bubble wraps and these packing sheets from Officeworks, and you can also get from Bunnings. I would say this was the most rewarding part and was never in my wildest of the dreams to be able to create continuously and sell and dispatch so many artworks to its collectors. Now I'm getting to do that and I'm living this moment. Now, looking back at these videos, I am so glad at least I pressed that record button and I have these visuals to share with you. So, this is just a part of April's videos, and in May and June, there were so many other happenings, which would be like gallery openings and dispatching new artworks, creation of new collection, and so many discussions as part of the upcoming Sala festival. I really look forward to share so many interesting process happening in the studio as well. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, enjoy the packing and dispatching part of continuous orders on the Australian outback landscapes. Ever since I restarted my work from Adelaide, I have always been using Australia Post Service, and they are amazing at what they do. And their service is really good, and they take care of the parcels really well. And just wanted to share how I'm packing my certificate of authenticity and a personalized card for my clients, and these will be included in each of the artworks, original artworks that I send out. Earlier in Qatar, I used to dispatch once a week, but here I haven't started that format yet. I'm dispatching as and when the order comes within 2 to 3 business days. And yeah, here is a sneak peek of the artworks that had been going out of the studio, and happy dancing me. Meanwhile, I also wanted to share this glimpse of a group exhibition opening which happened at the Blue Thumb Art Adelaide and Victoria galleries. I attended the Adelaide one. And guess what? Our cargo has finally arrived and all our belongings from Qatar has reached safely. I can't wait to share about the happenings during May and June and July. Stay tuned for that. See you on my next video. Until then, it's bye from me and take care.